Oh, yay! So if I have something I didn't want, or have cocked up with.
It is wonderful to see you back here.
So. Okay. So I can actually reset them.
Lumos.
Okie dokie. So we're going to go up and speak to Poppy. Okay, so we have to wait, annoyingly.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
Nice of her.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Good on her.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
Of course she is.
Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
I mean, this does
You're making
sound...
this sound simple, but this is a dragon after all.
Hebrideans can be aggressive, but they're also clever. She caught on quickly enough when you showed her how to escape the tent. She'll understand why we're here once she sees her egg. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
Right then, let's get going.
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
Defendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda!
I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
There she is again.
Reparo.
She's fantastic.
From a distance.
What are you doing, Ziggy?
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
The kitten's just playing with the ball.
What's your step?
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a graphorn.
Or just raring for a fight.
Grapphorns are actually more resilient than you think. Believe it or not, the killing curse has no effect on it. They say a grapphorn's skin, well, scaly body, is actually Avada Kedavra proof.
There's no turning back now. Over here!
Wait here! I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready, I'll follow your lead.
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it. Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me.
I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. Get to that opening below her. There's the nest. We're almost there.
Rightio then.
Why is every bridge here broken?
Reparo.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
I bloody hope you're right.
That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
That's rather generous, isn't it? She did try to kill us the entire time.
Only until she saw her egg, at which point I thought she rather warmed to us. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntel Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
Lies in wait for me in there.
Okay, so
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this category. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it. But I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
So, the catacomb assignment yielded more than I had imagined learning about. Ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. In an area behind the great room which had suffered decay, amid the turned-over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately I sensed its power. I'd be thrilled to study the relic further if only the removal of objects were allowed.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Defender! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was
Accio!
it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is
Leviosa! Wingardium Leviosa! Leviosa!
This room is taller than it looks. Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Accio!
Okie dokie, let's go.
Defender! Defender! Confringo! Defendo! Protego! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Stupefy! Confringo! Accio! Depulso!
Okay, let's
Watch
run
yourself.
down.
I nearly slipped there.
Lumos! Defender! Protego! Leviosa! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Confringo! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Stupefy!
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion
Confringo!
and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then we're abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Bombarda!
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Accio! An altar with a pile of bones.
Bone outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Confringo! Bombarda! Defender! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
There's something here by the altar. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
Accio!
I need to find a safe way across.
Confringo! Lumos. Confringo. Glacius. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
Okie dokie, let's keep going.
Accio. Descendo.
Okie dokie. I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay. But research must come before my fetal to the rules. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak wands have powerful intuition. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors, forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I plan to return to it, but first I must ready myself for my next assignment, learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary.
To mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course.
True.
I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Accio.
We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Yes, nice one
Before we
indeed.
trudge on further, I've just realized something.
Confringo.
The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
Then yes,
It's
I'd
probably
like to.
wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
Well, of course not.
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your
Revelio.
guard.
Imperio. Leviosa. Defendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confringo. Sendo. Crucio. Descendo. Protego. Imperio. Defendo. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Stupefy. Confringo. Defendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Protego. Defendo. Confringo. Protego. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Protego. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Defendo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Sendo. Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo.
Spiders can make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Accio.
Confringo.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Confringo. Bombarda.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
Glacius.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Accio.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
That worked. Keep going.
Levioso. Protego. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Accio.
Appears some of these stone tablets have 2 rune symbols. That has to mean something.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Confringo.
Crucial.
Imperio. Defender. Protego. Stupefy. Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Bomb. Confringo. Defender. Stupefy. Imperial.
Crucial.
Bombarda. Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Defender. Expelliarmus. Defender. Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Accio.
I don't know why you would say that. Relic's notes. The relic contains abundant potential. Its possibilities could benefit not only Wizardkind, but the world. The dark sacrifice evolved to realize its intent may be too great. Until we know more, please do not remove this relic.
Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
We should leave the relic alone.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
But ominous is there.
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Okie dokie.
What happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance. That the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
I mean, that's understandable. But, I mean, come on, man.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Okie dokie.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her.
I don't blame you, man.
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Velkov's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Not quite. That was not even
Bombarda!
Keep out the way!
There's nowhere to go. We have to fight.
Keep out of storm right!
Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Defender! Potato! Stupefy! You'll not Confringo! Stupefy! Bombarda!
Stop provoking them!
I'm handling it. Never seen anything like that before. Defender! Potato! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
I won't.
Protego! Stupefy! Bombarda! Confringo!
Potato!
We've got them! They'll retreat! Defender! Make Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Sebastian, you fool! Stop provoking them!
I'm handling it. There's nowhere to go. We have to fight. Defender! Confringo! Bombarda! Expelliarmus!
Okay, there we go.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Yeah, wise choice.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian acted rashly, but he acted out of instinct to save Anne.
Out of instinct? With an unforgivable curse? This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
There's the Azkaban one.
When the war is over, goblins will rule over wizards at last. Up for a bit of dying, are we?
Okie
Oh, good,
dokie.
you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
But that was quite normal back then.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
But nor can I.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Yeah, I bloody hope so. Okay, let's do everything that's already in here first.
What in Merlin's name were you thinking, using the family owl to deliver that pitiful attempt at a poem to Beauxbatons? Do you realize what kind of reputational damage you've caused? For Merlin's sake, even the owl looked ashamed. Your school years are meant for studying, not long-distance dalliances. Get a hold of yourself.
Oh, the hell. The worst thing you can possibly get. Give me a sec. Right, let's get going then.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
Well, what quest are you sending to
What
Anne?
did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought, she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Okie dokie. I don't even know what's going on out there now. Okay,
Confringo! Defender! Bombarda! Expelliarmus!
Stupefy. Confringo. Bombarda. Defender. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Okie dokie. Just quickly save the game. Okie dokie.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominous in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Right, let's get going.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who...
Defender!
Confringo! Bombarda! Expelliarmus!
What an unfortunate disappointment!
How? Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Pity! Defender! Bombarda! Afraid to fight! Descendo!
An utterly pitiful display. You, well done. What are you doing?
You won't stop me. Defender! Was that your best?
Glacier! Defender!
Won't get away.
Protego! Stupefy! Bombarda! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Just a very
Get riddance.
When are you going to give up?
Okay, that. Okie dokie.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Crucial.
Imperial! Defender! Bombarda!
That was meant for me.
Stupefy! Stupefy! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Stupefy!
Rather unwise coming back this way.
Defender! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego!
Stride.
Why can't I hit you? Bombarda! Defender!
You can't stop
Imperial! Defender! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Bombarda! Accio! Defender! Confringo! Bombarda! Expelliarmus!
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
So,
Once again, we can fight our way through or be discreet.
Defender! Bombarda! Expelliarmus!
You're weak, human.
Imperial!
Let's get this over with.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defender! Protego!
Stop it!
There! Defender!
You're like a blown buffalo. I won't rest. Put me down at once!
Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defender!
I will make you pay.
Expelliarmus!
Release me! Release me! Come on!
Descendo!
Confringo!
Defender! Confringo!
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
okie dokie, so we're going to continue.
You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Like heads of lead.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Quietly now.
Petrificus
Who's
totalis.
there?
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported.
Confringo.
Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs. Revelio.
Disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Over here!
Defendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
I won't rest until
Stupefy. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Stupefy. Confringo. Stupefy.
I will have my revenge!
Defendo. Expelliarmus.
On the other ground now!
Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender.
I will make you pay.
Confringo.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Bombarda! Wingardium Leviosa! It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes,
Confringo!
or fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really. Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Okay.
Confringo! Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Reparo. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus, Defender, Bombarda. Confringo.
Let's go.
Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Defender! Confring! Protego! Expelliarmus!
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Defender! Bombarda! Not my fault. Confringo!
Okie dokie, let's continue.
We're making quick.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that.
Lumos. Confringo. Lumos.
Lumos.
Confringo. Defender. Confringo. Bombarda.
Still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Someone's here.
If only Ranrock were here to see this.
Imperium.
At your service.
Crucible.
Rather unwise coming back this way. You up,
Ringo!
You think this is funny?
Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Ranrock won't be stopped.
Protego.
Almost. Miss me.
We're not finished yet.
It's almost as if they were waiting.
Ringo!
Impressed?
Sendo!
Descendo.
Okie dokie.
Crucible. Defender. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Stupid. Confringo. Protego. Stupid. Defender. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confringo. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
I'll get you for this.
Accio. Crucible. Descendo. Imperial. Defender. Confringo.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn. Confringo! A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Confringo! Wasn't expecting that. Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Okie dokie.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas.
Hang on. The world flowed back to me as if in a watery haze. How long had I been unconscious? I only remember his eyes, empty of sorrow, yes, but also I recall feeling a sense of euphoria as I watched the pain vanish, but then everything started to turn. When I fell, I must have hit my head. I neither feel nor see a mark, but the pain is throbbing. I can only hope it is not the Black Death. At least he is no longer in pain.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Maybe.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
Indeed.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Morinweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Hello there.
Revelio. Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
How well do you know gobbledygook?
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Just do that. Okay, round we go.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
But you had no
How else
choice.
did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle?
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door, or a loitering loyalist.
Okay, tell me
What
more.
else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
It's been a while since I've played Hogwarts Legacy.
The door is looking at us.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we? Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift.
Impressive
Workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Accio.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Such arrogance.
Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine.
Bombarda! Potato! What's a human? Why to drag this out longer than necessary? No!
Bombarda. Spellions. Defender.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. You're being watched by a door. We're being watched by a door. We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Lumos.
Lumos.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Okie dokie.
Lumos, Reparo, Defender, Protego, stop it! Stupid one! No! Expelliarmus, Defender, Confringo.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
It's handed, Amit.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here.
Defender! Protego! Bombarda! Imperio! Crucial!
Should've known better than to take. Who do you think you are?
Okay, that didn't quite go to plan.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what?
Imperio!
We'll get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Crucius!
Bombarda!
Protego! Stupefy! Expelliarmus!
Oh, much too slow.
Bombarda! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defender! Protego! Descendo!
Descendo!
Accio! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Accio! Descendo! Crucio! Defender! Confringo! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Protego!
Stop!
You won't stop
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defender! Bombarda!
Put me down!
Protego! Stupefy!
You are postponing the
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Confringo. Please don't do that. Devil's snare.
Lumos.
Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Lumos.
Lumos!
Defender. Bombardo. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Cure spells glass.
Protego. Expelliarmus.
Right, not to be worried. No! How nice of you to stop.
Confringo. Defender.
Enough of this nonsense.
Imperio. Descendo.
I won't rest. Rather unwise coming back this way. Never seen anything like that before.
Bombardo. Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus.
Give 'em all.
Accio. Descendo.
I will crush you.
Defender. Confringo. Bombardo.
Expelliarmus. Dead.
Imperio.
At your service.
Defender. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
How dare!
Accio. Defender. Confringo.
Descendo!
Not afraid to fight.
Expelliarmus. Bombardo.
Someone been taken out of me.
Stupefy. Defender. Confringo.
I won't rest. Dead. Let's get this over.
Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Bombardo.
Let me go. At once.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet. Accio. Expelliarmus.
I'm good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Confringo.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. Accio! There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Hello, Hamura.
Do this.
Please don't do that.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about what...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Right, yeah, so let's go and see logbook. Logbook.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Okay.
I hope Professor Fig...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Okie dokie. These hands help through your spell casting. Which means there's only 7. Oh, bloody hell. And that will be it for tonight. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Bye bye!